Hey guys, Spam Waits here. Welcome to another travel vlog, which is going to be all a voiceover. And well, this was kind of a last minute thing. I'm going to thank AmythicalDragyn for this one. I was talking with her Monday night, trying to figure out where I should go. Apparently Fleet Week is going on in San Francisco, but I'm going to be gone for the weekend, and where all the most of the events are happening. So, the next best thing was to head, well, over here. Kind of prefaced in the beginning that technically that was the ending of this whole video, but I decided to put it in the beginning just as like a little preview to show where I'm at. I think it kind of worked, kind of didn't though. But I'm walking up here. It's a really sharp hill. Not really sharp hill, but like the hills are pretty crazy around this area. I don't think it's the No Valley. I forgot what place is this located. Heat? I forget. But I decided to give a visit to the Alamo Square Park, which is one of the many parks that are actually in San Francisco. Let me just pop up some information about Alamo Square Park. But there's like a really nice block park that is in San Francisco. Can't think of anything. But it's a really nice park, and actually apparently it's a really famous dog park. Not really famous dog park, really popular dog park, because there were a lot of dogs that day when I was walking around. Granted, this was on a weekday. This was on a Wednesday, just right after work. So this was like around 5 o'clock by the time I got there. And you can tell, there's a lot of dogs. And I kind of expected there was going to be a lot of tourists as well. Because on one side of this park, there is quite a featured attraction, I'd say, that basically picturesques all of San Francisco in a nutshell. Like, if you think you've seen these images before, and most definitely if you have watched Full House, you have definitely seen like this sort of picturesque image. We'll eventually get there in hopefully about 4 minutes. From the looks of it, I've already placed all my videos into this clip. Everything's going to be muted because, well, I didn't really talk. I mostly just walked around. Look at those pretty views. This San Francisco downtown views is the only reason why I decided to go to this park after doing the research with Dragon, because there are some pretty damn picturesque views of the downtown skyline of San Francisco. And then a more iconic view shortly thereafter. But getting here wasn't so bad. Hey, look, it's Sutro Tower. It's really not far from where... I thought this place was really far. Granted, San Francisco is a small city to begin with, so nothing is really too far. So this one is like really pretty close to downtown, I'd say. It's actually closer to Japantown, which is where I was last week, which is funny. Like, literally, I think 7 blocks, maybe less than half a mile away from Japantown, which is insane. And then it's probably like a couple miles to Mission. So San Francisco is small, so getting to this park is pretty easy. But it looks really cool. It's like just a standard community park. That's the word I was looking for. Like a community block park meant for the local neighborhood and whatnot, and maybe for a little few astringent tourists because of its location and its topography. Basically, this park is all hills. You start from the bottom, you go to the top, and apparently with this scene, I've actually decided to zoom in because I noticed there's another park on the other side, and it's funny. I've been to that other park back in 2016, the Washington Square Park, I think, or Washington Park. I did not know you can actually see Washington Park from Alamo Square Park and vice versa. So there may be a time that I'll be going to that park in the future. I lied, it's not Washington Square Park. Wow, I said this on Dragon Talk and I said the wrong park. Alta Plaza Park. Why did I think Washington? Weird. But I didn't expect to see that park because I've been to that park before over there at Alta Plaza, which is, I think, close to like Route 124, and I've been there. It's really cool. I've always wanted to go to this park, though, the more, I guess, famous park because of its skylines. I mean, hello, it's right there. It's right there. I didn't expect that. But overall, pretty normal park. It actually has a playground, has some tennis courts, really meant for dog walkers. Any walkers, really. I saw families, couples, singles, and ones with pets, definitely. So, but this park is definitely hilly. I don't know if you could tell from this video because 2D plane and 3D, and then like a 3D location, but in a 2D plane doesn't really show, but it is hilly. Like, I'm going downhill quite steep. And there's like steeper parts to this park where you can probably topple over if you're not great at balancing. So One suggestion if you're trying to go to this park, it's great views, but be prepared to walk around hills. Like, have sensible shoes. I had runners, which was okay. It should be fine for like if you have like running shoes or whatnot. But wear something sensible because you're going to be walking up and down hills. This is kind of not meant for the faint of heart. Like, if you have trouble going up or down hills, you may have a hard time going around here. Ideally, you would want, if you want to go for the view, which I'm going to be coming here in about 2 minutes, you have to start over there because the hills are pretty crazy around the park. It's a really nice park to walk around. Don't get me wrong, you get some fantastic views, and especially for the day that I was there, when it was like partly cloudy skies, it was amazing. I thought it was going to be foggy because it was cloudy all day in the Mission area where I live. Thank God the fog didn't fully roll in here just yet, so I got some pretty nice views of the downtown skyline with the clouds in the background. It probably would have looked better both on a clear day when it's like really sunny, but it was sunny last week and it was really hot, and I would complain all the heck. It was a very nice day to walk around. A little bit tiring, but I didn't sweat because it was cold. But this place is really nice to go to. And then eventually, on this side of the park, apparently on the other side, on the beginning of the video, couldn't find any tourists. Only found locals. This side of the park, however, you could see people, as you could tell by this video. I'm going to pan around here, and you'll see all the people, but also, you're going to see the view. I also had Starbucks. I was carrying Starbucks. I wanted some Starbucks. Don't. There it is. So those row houses right there, they're called the Painted Ladies. Do I know anything about the Painted Ladies? Not really, aside from if you watch Full House, you probably would have seen these iconic row Victorian homes. Well, there you go. It's Victorian homes, but like basically it's the quintessential overview shot of San Francisco are these Painted Ladies, because right behind the Painted Ladies is the San Francisco skyline. I didn't capture it here too well, but I eventually moved at the more prime view later in this video. Actually, I'll maybe come up in the next couple minutes because there's a lot of people. As you can tell, I pan around. There's quite a bit of people around here. I think there might have been locals, but definitely tourists. Like, I know the group right next to the little fountain feature thingy, they were definitely tourists. And like around the light post just ahead, they're definitely tourists. Because they then posing, taking pictures and everything. But look at that. It's amazing. And I have the nice backlight because the sun was going down. It was about sunset during this time. So it was early October now. So sun is setting a lot earlier, and it was setting just right onto the Painted Ladies, which looked amazing. And then I have a nice clear shot skyline, the downtown skyline. Most likely you'll see the better photo on my thumbnail of the Painted Ladies and the San Francisco skyline. But yeah, look, you can see how beautiful it is. It's amazing. I love all the Victorian architecture around this neighborhood. They were nicely maintained around here, going all the way to, say, the Haight, H-A-I-G-H-T, not H-A-T-E, by the way, and Inner Sunset. I think there's a whole bunch of Victorian homes that look gorgeous around this area. So if you're in the knack for, like, the Victorian era style housing, this will be the place. Most definitely. Very expensive, but most definitely the place. And also somewhere around this neighborhood or like a couple blocks away is the Full House home. And then you could probably find like the home from That's a Raven and all that stuff. And like in many of the other houses that were the Victorian era houses in TV shows, you'll find it here, probably around this neighborhood. But yeah, it's really easy to get to. Not easy to get around the park, but kind of easy to get to around the park by transport, definitely by car. It's actually close to the 101 if I remember correctly. But by bus, there used to be a Route 21. Hopefully it'll bring it back. That brings you straight to the Painted Ladies. Like the stop is like right there. It's an easy walk. Otherwise, right now you have to ride either the 24 to McAllister or the 5 to Divisadero or Grove, and then you have to walk the block, like a block one way, block another way, and then you'll be at the park, but there'll be hills. But with that, this is pretty much the tour of Alamo Square Park and the Painted Ladies. And now we are going to cut to an audio where I actually did say something. I guess it's time for me to talk. No, not really. I'll just do a voiceover. It's pretty here, though. Don't get me wrong. I can't believe I haven't been here, though. So, yeah. Hope you liked the vlog. Hopefully I see you guys next week for... I'll be at another park, neighborhood, or wherever. This damn waits. See ya.